Now, how do parents cultivate this relationship with their children? There are parents that don't know how to relate with their kids. So what's the best advice?
Okay, so you see, maybe because of the country in which we find ourselves, where because of maybe in Lagos, let me use the word Lagos, because if you stay in Ogun State where I work, you can easily have time for your children. Most parents do not create time for these children. They work Monday to Friday, and some even on Saturdays and on Sunday. You should create a bond between yourself and the child. Statistics or research have seen that parents who actually play with their children create children who have more confidence. And so I advise parents most time to at least take an hour or two and bond with your children, and which is something we do not do here in Nigeria. We have this mentality of daddy is a god, mommy is a goddess, and so I need to worship them. But you see, the atmosphere is changing. You understand? And parent needs to change with that atmosphere where you have a relationship with your children. For me, when my daughter is around and we'll talk, you will think she's my wife or my girlfriend, because the truth of the matter is there's a bond. Okay. And we tend to talk. We parents used to think that these children do not know. But that's the biggest mistake we make. Okay? And you should understand that yes, they may not be as exposed as you have been, but they also have a mind and a thought line in which they have grown. They are always on the internet. They've seen things that you don't even know. And so when you bond with them, it helps you to understand your child, and it closes up that vacuum between parents and children. And when that vacuum is closed, the child is free to discuss with you. My daughter talks to me about, daddy, there's a guy in my school that is always coming to disturb me. Or I say, does he like you? But how many of our parents will do that with their children? With the mentality of the Africanness in us. Do you understand? But if you do not do this with your children, they won't be free to communicate with you. But once they are free in communicating with you, there's nothing they will not discuss with you. And that creates a stronger bond between the parent and the children.
Okay, so how about children that are not able to bond with their parents? How about children that have been, should I use the word, abused by their parents?
Those are very unfortunate cases. Maybe in the sense where the parents, maybe one of the parents died in the process, and so the father, because I have an experience of one where the mother died, and the daughter and the father, in this case the father actually assaulted the girl child, and the only thing the man says in his head is that she looks like my wife, so she has that embodiment of, and you see, at that point, I think the best thing to do is for that child to go into counseling.
Okay, so what role do you think children can play in nation building?
Oh, children can play so much roles in nation building.
Nation building.
Yes, please. Because you see, like in my daughter's school now, where they teach them the ethics of voting, campaigning, even before voting, like they want to run for positions like the head of school prefects, okay, head boy, head girl, as all those positions you get in school.
That's at basic 6, I guess.
Well, they actually start campaign from basic 5.
Okay. Because
what they tend to do is that by the time you get to your second term, third term in basic 5, they tend to, who is interested. So indirectly, the school creates like a currency where you pay for your, what do you call it now? For your election forms, So at that point, they're already teaching these children the act of nation building. Okay. So I think schools also help in developing children in the act of nation building, just the same way the home actually does, because my father has this saying, charity begins at home.